very good morning, folks. I hope you're all doing well. Keith here from Come On The Hoop Celtic. If this is your first time tuning into the channel, please do subscribe. A thumbs up or a comment below would be really appreciated. That weather is outstanding there in Dublin. I don't know if it's the same over in Bonnie, Scotland for you, but look, massive week ahead for our preparation to the big derby after the international break. Players that weren't selected for their countries obviously can focus on getting work done in Lennox Town. Players that have been left behind, like Tom Rogic, we thought he was going to be playing that crucial game against Japan for Australia. He didn't make the Australian squad. The injury he picked up the other day against Ross County, he came off 30 minutes into the game. He was replaced by Matt O'Reilly. And Maeda pulled out last minute for the Japanese squad as well. So they're two doubts for the big game up in Ibrox on the 3rd of April. Fingers crossed that they should be okay and they should be back in contention. If we don't have them, it's not the end of the world. We have a selective good quality there that we can use at our disposal as well. So we could play Jota on the left as well, as we all know, and then we have David Turnbull, he only recently came back. But let's talk about the players that are on international duty. Callum McGregor is obviously going to play for Scotland. Greg Taylor was called up to the Scotland squad. Neil Beaton is obviously going to play for Israel against Germany. Giakoumakis is being called up to the Greek squad. He's on flying form at the moment. 11 goals already in this calendar year, which is fantastic. Josie Jovanovic has 2 friendlies to play. Rio Atate, 2 massive games for him for Japan against Vietnam and Australia. Karl Stalfeld is back in the mix for Sweden. Super sweet. He's proving a lot of people wrong. I'm delighted for him. And then the underage, under 21s and 19, the Alabada for Israel's under 21. Matt O'Reilly for Denmark's under 21. Stephen Welch for the Scottish under 21 squad. Johnny Kenny back in the Ireland fold. And Toby as well, which is our young goalkeeper. Look, if we can get all these players back with no injury concerns and no COVID concerns, we should be fine. We should be really fine. But that's our biggest fear. These international breaks going to the last sanction of the fixtures for a season, and we can't afford any complacency or pick up any more injuries. At the end of the day, it's been a long season. We've played over 50 games already this season in Europe, in cups, playing domestic league games as well. So fingers crossed, Callum can get through it, Taylor can get through it, Beaton, Abada, Welch, Toby, Giakoumakis, these players get through it. Atate. If Atate picks up an injury, we start looking low in the midfield, because we'll obviously still have Riley in there, O'Reilly, we still have Callum, we still have Beaton, we could have McCarthy, we could have Sorrow. But if Tom Rogic is still injured by then, David Turnbull comes back in the mix. As I said, David Turnbull, it's a massive 10 days for him to get himself right at Lennox Town. And then you never know, he could start against Rangers at Ibrox, because he can cause a threat, as we all know. He's a cracking player. So let's see what happens. There's not much to report on because everything's quiet this week. We've seen what happened last night with the whole fiasco, the ticket fiasco that Rangers have offered Celtic 700 tickets. 95% of people that I've spoke to on Facebook, on YouTube, keep saying, shove your tickets up your Swiss roll. We don't want the tickets. One person said we should take the tickets and make some noise. I can understand that point, but at the same time, if they want to go back to the old firm ways in their eyes, give us back the full stand, and then we'll give you back the full stand for the final game at Celtic Park. But it's not going to happen. So it's a disaster, because we have a cup semi-final against them, and it's obviously Hampden's going to be split between both, and then at Ibrox, more likely Celtic won't take the tickets. There's reports that they have taken the tickets, but we'll find out off the club soon when they release a statement. So subscribe to the channel. Fingers crossed that we don't pick up any injuries in this international break, and I'll speak to you all soon. Hell.